Clause 41, obstruction of justice. Any issue or issues on clause 41? It is proposed that clause 41, obstruction of justice, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 42, Commission's power to prosecute offences.
Clause 42, Commission's power to prosecute offences. It is proposed that clause 42, Commission's power to prosecute offences, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 43, power to investigate.
Clause 43, power to investigate. It is proposed that clause 43, power to investigate, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 44, power to examine persons.
Clause 44, power to examine persons. Yeah, that's 5:30. Clause 44, power to examine persons. It is proposed that clause 44, power to examine persons, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 45, power to use special investigative techniques.
Clause 45, power to use special investigative techniques. It is proposed that clause 45, power to use special investigative techniques, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 46, summons against suspects.
Clause 46, summons against suspect. It is proposed that clause 46, summons against suspect, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 47, forms and service of summons.
Clause 47, forms and service of summons. It is proposed that clause 47, forms and service of summons, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 48, service of process.
Yes, clause 48, the issues chair, can you please guide us?
The committee recommends the provision under section 48, that is service of process, will become 48(1), and the heading for section 49, substitute service for this, and so remove and provision here, it will become 48(2). So what it's trying to say, 48, where we have 48, that is service of process, that should become 48(1).
Yes.
The service for process should be 48(1), and the heading for 49 should now be substituted, should now result to be substituted service. That should be removed, and the provision therein will become 48(2). So instead, we'll have 48(1) and 48(2) instead of 49.
AG. AG.
I think With respect to service, the two headings are relevant. The first is personal service. The second, where personal service is not possible, substituted service is permissible. So they're talking of different things, so you cannot lump them under one. Yes, they are all form of a service, but I think the drafters were careful to separate them. The one is personal service, that's the first best option, but the other one is substituted service. I was thinking the substituted service could even have been expanded, because I don't know, I don't see any other place where substituted service is more than just government office here. All that they are saying here, if the person to be served is working in government, service on the head of department will be sufficient. That's okay. But we are looking at substituted service in situations where you want to serve somebody, you cannot find him. And then sometimes substituted service can include publication in newspaper or posting notice on the last known address or those kind of things. That's what I was expecting to see in 49, but it's still relevant as it is. So, as it is, it makes no harm. The distinction is very important, because one is personal service, one is substituted service.
Any order? It is proposed that clause 48, service of process, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 49, substituted service.
Clause 49, substituted service. It is proposed that clause 49, substituted service. Yes, member for oversight.
Yes, on the substituted service, you know, this one is talking about where the person summoned by the commission is in the service of the government. How about if the person is not?
Yes, so this can be expanded. Here, what you attempted to do in 48 can be done in 49. In 49, substituted service, this could be one, or if you want A, then you can now ask that other forms of substituted service be added, so that where the person who is intended to be served with processes could not be found, he or she could be served through publication, either in the Gazette or 3 newspapers. Alternatively, if the person lives outside of the jurisdiction, can be served either through diplomatic channel or by posting to his last known address in that country. So there are various forms of substituted service which could be included under substituted service here, instead of only limiting it. The one that is there is okay, but we can add 1 or 2 more years. So yes, so if you agree, I don't know whether it has to be done now. But we can do it, it's not difficult. Where the person summoned by the commission, because this presupposes that the person to be summoned is working in government. I think that's the presumption of the drafters here. Only public officers will be summoned before the commission. I don't know at your committee interaction level whether they justified that those are the only people potentially that could be summoned by the commission.
Yeah, oversight.
Yes, I don't know, because again, this is since 2019, but I know in my notes here, I put nothing for the private sector. So which means there was something that we were discussing, but I couldn't remember, because this is like almost 3 years ago. So I had a note here on my, on here saying that nothing provided for the private sector. So that means maybe there's, but we cannot remember. So I don't know if we can just draft something quickly. And yeah.
Any order?
Or alternatively, if we say, just in the interest of time, if we say 1, which is there, it's a where a person summoned by the commission is in the service of the government, the commission may deliver the summons in duplicate to the head of the department in which such person is employed to be served on that purpose. We can say 1, we can do 2, and I'm going to offer you 2 options. You can adopt 1. Option 1 could be, you can say, in any other case, the commission should prescribe the mode of service in a regulation. That's one option of going about it. So you give them the room now to prescribe in any other situation. Or two, you can say they can lift the high court rules of service, substituted service, can apply mutatis mutandis, that is where necessary. So you either reference the high court rules of substituted service, or you give them the discretion. You should give them one option, and you say in any other case, the commission itself can prescribe mode of service, because service is not a controversial thing. So they can prescribe their own mode of service under a regulation. So I think that's the easiest. So you're giving them one, then two, we write there that in any other case other than one, commission shall prescribe mode of service in a regulation. Yeah? Yeah, yeah.
Kiang West.
So what is in 49 now is one.
Honorable,
Kiang West.
So we have two. Okay.
Honorable Minister, if I have heard you very well, are you saying the commission?
Can we have
Kiang West, please go ahead.
Yes, are you saying the commission does not have the, would not have the power to summon anybody who is not in public service?
No, in fact, the opposite is what we are saying. You know, we're looking at the situation here where this service and summons are means of commission getting people to come to answer to them. So what is provided for service, the ideal way of service is personal. The person that you need, the notice of service or summons should be given to him in person. Now, 49 is saying, is giving a substitute to that, a substitute to personally handing over to the person to be summoned. But it catered for only a situation where somebody is working in government. He said if the person is working in government, if you go to the department where the person is working, if you give the summons to the head of department, it will be deemed for that person to be deemed to have been served properly. Service is very critical in proceedings because if it is not done properly, the entire proceeding is a nullity. So it's very critical. So that's why law have to prescribe how service should be done. And it should be followed strictly because if it is not done the right way, if they proceed and there is a flaw in the way service was conducted, the entire proceedings will not be binding. So we are saying if there are other substituted service is not limited only to people working in government. So if they need other people who are not in government, what substituted service will apply? They have not, we are saying there's a gap. So how we fill that gap now, we say in any other situation other than somebody working in government, substituted service is still permissible, but we are giving that authority to the commission to come up with a regulation which way they want to go about it. You get it?
Now,
Yes,
let's. I advise that we draft something and insert it. Let's not leave it with the.
So the way I try to say it is, you know, one is where somebody is working in government, serve the head of department. In any other case or situation, whichever, the commission shall prescribe mode of substituted service in a regulation. The commission shall prescribe mode of substituted service in a regulation.
Now that you're going to have one.
Once you capture it, the drafting team will tweak it to make. We just need to know what you approve. Once you approve it, then the drafting team will put it properly.
There is a proposal that 49.1 on the substituted service and 1 where the person summoned by the commission is in the service of the government. The commission may deliver the summons in duplicate to the head of the department in which such person is employed or to be served on that person. And 2, in any other case, the commission shall prescribe the mode of substituted service in the regulation. That's the proposal, honorable members. Any other? No. I am proposing, why not you just draft the AG, Attorney General, why not you draft the two and put it here instead of leaving to the Commission for Regulation? You have one. Why do you have to leave two to the Commission? Leave it the whims and caprices of the Commission.
We are also consulting here, with your permission, Honorable Chair. Because of the fundamental nature of service, we're seeing a little bit risk of leaving it to regulation. So I think that my second proposal, let's look at that. In any other case, the High Court rules of substituted service shall apply. Yeah, the rules of High Court for substituted service shall apply. It's much more better. That is contained in the Courts Act. Yeah, the rules of substituted rules of High Court. The rules of the High Court with respect to substituted service shall apply. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that is in the Courts Act, and there is very detailed. It says when somebody is out of the jurisdiction or when somebody cannot be found in his house, what should be done. So it detail explain when you want to serve somebody, you can't find him, and you can even apply to the court in some situation to approve, in fact, the mode that you want to use. So you cannot even on your own choose a particular method. You have to propose a method, appear before the High Court and say, I want to serve somebody, I couldn't find him. I choose to do it by media, or I choose to do it by posting, or I choose to do it by which method. And the court will examine your method and consider it appropriate and give you an order. Then you use that method.
Thank you very much. Yeah. The proposal is that under substituted service 49 and 1 should read where the person summoned by the Commission is in the service of the government. The Commission may deliver the summons in duplicate to the head of the department in which such person is employed to be served on that person. And two, the rules of the High Court in relation to substituted service shall apply in any other case. Is that okay? There is proposal to, 49 substituted service. They want to amend by inserting 1, and 1 will read as it is. And then 2 to read as follows. The rules of the High Court in relation to substituted service shall apply in any case. In any other case. Will it, please?
I thought in any case comes first for the second one. In any case, the rule of the High Court.
It's just this matter of semantics or whatever.
What is better?
Clause 49, substituted service. It is proposed that clause 49, substituted service as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 50, acknowledgement of service.
Clause 50, acknowledgement of service. It is proposed that clause 50, acknowledgement of service, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 51, failure to apply after receipt of summons.
Clause 51, failure to appear after receipt of summons. It is proposed that clause 51, failure to appear after receipt of summons, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 52, forceful entry of premises.
Clause 52, forceful entry of premises. It is proposed that clause 52, forceful entry of premises, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 53, seizure of movable or immovable property.
Chair. Clause 53, seizure of movable or immovable property. It is proposed that clause 53, seizure of movable or immovable property, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 54, custody of seized property, etc.
Chair, let's now invite the chair of the report.
In clause 54, there is amendment at 54.7, where we have 7A is liable to decay or deterioration. The word is proposed that the word liable be changed to vulnerable. Yeah, that's the come this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that is in A.
It's liable.
Now, if you come down to the content on after C, after C, an officer of the commission. That phrase, an officer of the commission, is proposed to change to the commission instead of an officer of the commission to the commission. That is below C. 7C.
That
And
is
then it will read,
54.7.
the phrase will read, the commission may subject to court order, sell or cause such property to be sold. It continues.
Instead of an officer of the commission.
Exactly.
Now, all right. On page 34, clause 54, sub 7.
Sub 7. The first proposal is A. Instead of liable to vulnerable,
A.
is vulnerable to decay or deterioration instead of liable. That's the first proposal.
Well, we can deal with one by one. And
Yes, that's the first proposal.
7A. Instead of using liable, we say vulnerable.
Chair, there is this proposal. Instead of is vulnerable, we change it to say it's likely.
Instead of vulnerable, you said
Likely
likely.
to decay, yes. That is the proposal. Likely. Instead of vulnerable, likely to decay or.
We are proposing we can convert the deterioration from a noun to a verb and then use the word likely instead of liable if you are not suitably comfortable with liable. So we can say is likely to decay or deteriorate. Likely
It's likely to decay.
or deteriorate instead of deterioration.
Likely to
Where
decay.
a movable property seized is likely to decay or deteriorate.
Or deteriorate.
Yes. You're satisfied with that?
Liable.
No, we are removing liable.
We
So
are
we're
removing
using
liable.
likely. Likely instead of liable.
And you feel that is more ideal compared to vulnerable?
You know, it can be vulnerable to decay, but not likely to. The vulnerability, okay, I'm not too sure, but it comes clearer. We see you're not happy with liable, so
I'm
liable.
I'm not contesting to it. I'm just trying to compare the two. Just
Honorable members, there are two proposals.
Okay, my
Likely is fine.
yeah, we're okay with likely.
You are okay with it? Because
Yes.
we are going to, okay.
Then the next one is under C. AG. Yeah, the next one is under C, where you have an officer of the commission. So that an officer of the commission, we are proposing to change that phrase to the commission. Below C. Yes, below C. An officer of the commission, that phrase is what is proposed to be replaced by the commission. And then the sentence will now read, the commission may, subject to court order, sell or cause such property to be sold.
Yeah. So that's fine.
The power to sell is vested in the
Commission, exactly, not the officer, exactly.
Because the officer will be working at the.
Of course. Like
And it should, and he said subject to court order.
yes.
All right. Yeah. The commission may, subject to court order. It is proposed that clause 54 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 55, disclosure of information by legal practitioners.
Clause 55. Chair? Clause 55.
No issue.
Disclosure of information by legal practitioners. It is proposed that clause 55, disclosure of information by legal practitioners, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 56, legal obligation to give information.
56, the proposal is on fines. We are proposing to
Motion.
change the fine. The motion.
You have to suspend.
At this time, we will suspend the committee and to resume. The House resumes. Honorable members, it is almost 30 minutes to prescribe closure of business. If honorable members want to continue and raise a motion. Member for Lower Salem?
Honorable Speaker, I rise to move to sit beyond 6 o'clock to finish business.
Any seconder? Willie is?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I seconded the motion. I second the motion.
Honorable members, it is moved and seconded that we sit beyond 6 o'clock to finish business on the order paper. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. At this point now, the Assembly resolve the Committee of the whole House. Honorable members, the House have been resolved to the Committee of the whole House. We'll now continue from where we stopped. Clerk.
Clause 56, legal obligation to give information.
Clause 56, amendment, okay.
the amendment is on fine. The fine will now read, fine not exceeding 1 million or imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or to both. Huh?
No.
No, we raise then, you can propose, yes.
Honorable Speaker,
Yes, that is 56. Yes, AG?
1 million is
The thing is, I can understand why the drafters left it at 50,000 and 3 months, because if refusal is established, the person can be compelled. So there is a second option. So if you are required to, you refuse. That's the first thing. You can be punished, and then you can still be compelled, because you can be arrested. If it is a premises, there is forceful entry, there is right to seize. So I think the punishment is okay. If there was no other option, then fine. I can understand why the drafters
So
make
now-
it. So it's just your disobedience at the first request. That's what you will be punished for. But the commission is not helpless. They have other tools that they can use to obtain the information that they are looking for. So
Now,
that punishment
the
should not be
option
very
of-
harsh.
The option of fine is what?
It's 50,000 or 3 months imprisonment. I think that's fine.
50,000 or 3 months?
Because your refusal will not still obstruct the commission from doing what they're doing.
That's the first one.
Young West.
Chair, I think the fine and conviction is too small here. It's too small because this information could be very vital. Entering your premises, arresting you is one thing, but giving information is another thing. And the person might still be reluctant, appear before the commission, but refuse to give an information.
By the time he goes to prison for 3 months, just for failing to give information, he will rethink.
No.
Prison is not a joke.
No. But before we get to all that, the person has wasted the time of the commission and has violated, the legal instrument which has been promulgated in Parliament. Refusing to give information should not just only be limited to taking you to imprisonment, but there has to be a severe fine, severe consequence for that. Otherwise, people can come and they go scot-free.
Thank you.
Lami.
Nyani, member for Nyani.
thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I am suggesting for us to leave it as how it is.
Thank you. It is proposed that clause 56, legal obligation to give information, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 57, obstruction of inspection and search.
Clause 57, obstruction of inspection and search. It is proposed that clause 57, obstruction of inspection and search, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 58, detention and bail.
Clause 58.
Yeah, there's an issue. Honorable Chair, we are proposing to add an additional clause, and that will be subsection or clause 7, to read, to establish a detention center for the purpose of this act.
Where is the proposal? You didn't bring your
For the purpose of this act, I'm saying there, we are proposing an additional 58. There is 6 clauses for 58. Are you following? Then we want to add an additional clause there.
Where is it? Huh? Bring it here.
In the recommendation.
Page 36.
No, it's in the recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's in the report, right?
It's in the report, yes.
Where is it?
We are adding 7. Yes, it is.
Their proposal is to,
Yes, this is the recommendation.
Yeah. That is going to be clause 7. Yes. For the purpose of this act, the commission may establish a detention center for detaining the accused persons before trial.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Please.
Can we explain before?
The recommendation of the, please, please. The recommendations of the committee is that 57, 58, after sub 6, they want to add sub 7, and it should read to establish a detention center.
Yes, Chair, can I come, please? Detention center
For the purpose of this act,
for detaining accused persons before trial.
please,
Can we explain?
please let me finish.
Yes. Yeah, allow us to come. We heard him very well.
Subsidiary will be to establish a detention center, and then it is the purpose of this the commission will establish
Yes, Central Baribu.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think the suggestion is not in line. We have our police stations. Creating a new detention center could be subjected to abuse of human rights and the costs attached to it too. On that note, honorable members, don't support this proposal.
Yes.
Opasalum.
Yes. Thank you. I think we need to explain this so that you can understand. What happened is during the conversation with various institutions, there was an issue that came up. That is the police actually right now they detain even the DILAG, those people that actually are arrested by the DILAG, the police detain them, and there's a cost component in keeping those detainees at the police stations, and this comes from the budget of the police themselves. Now, if another agency that is not the police actually brings people to be detained, the question is like who's responsible for their feeding and everything else. So that's the reason why we said in the general, they may give them the right, may, that's why we have may, if the commission wants to create their own detention center, that's why we put may. Otherwise.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Now you are concerned with the detention centers across the country of the Gambia Police Force.
Yes.
You want to create a new detention center. So those detention centers, who are those that are going to be in charge of them? Who are going to be
no, but you see, when we talk
the
about
custodian of those?
No, when you talk about
before, why not then you propose in your annual budget to build more police stations, expand their centers, modernize them so that give them more resources for them to be able to take care of? Because you want to create these institutions and create a detention centers for them and allow them to manage those detention centers, and you are creating another parallel institutions in charge of that are not, they have no legal mandate to effect arrest and detain people.
Of course, this bill is going to give them the power to do that, to arrest and detain.
Member for Woolly is?
Lower Salum, let me add up what you've already said. But I also want to add that you have the
order, Upper Salum, you people are to guide when people are arrested.
You have the drug law enforcement, they have their own detention within the police premises. You also have the police having there. If you have this one also, it's going to be in that place. So it's going to be cumbersome. So it's better we just leave the present detention center, like the chair has said, we adopt that. We leave it at that and improve those ones to ensure that everybody who is detained can be kept in those places in a humane way. Yeah, that's all.
You know, as a committee, the only thing we can do is to explain what actually has transpired. But it's up to the members here.
I'll give the opportunity to.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, Nyani. Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Yeah, I see to it that creating another detention centers will be duplication of resources. So I'm suggesting if we can create more police stations so as to get those people detained in those areas.
Banjul Central.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. I would like to concur with what you've said, just to add on to it. I think it will create more financial burden on the state. But also, most importantly, I think we should also try to restrict the commission to what they are mandated to do. And the commission doesn't need to go beyond its given mandate, like setting up an institution just for that particular thing. So I think it's just okay that we use our institutions, the institution that we have.
Thank you. Kiang West.
I have concurred with colleagues.
Colleagues, there are different, others say...
No, there's no different opinion on the floor.
Others say we leave it as others say we create a detention center.
No new detention center.
Opanyomi?
Honorable Chair, thank you, but I think people have said all, so I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm not in for new detention center.
Councillor, it is proposed that clause 58 stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 59, investigation to share accounts.
Part 7. 59. Can you read that part? There's going to be a correction there.
The heading.
Yeah.
Part 7, investigations relating to financial dealings and property. Oh,
Yeah,
and
so,
property.
Honorable Chair, amendment there. The amendment, the last word should be property.
It's called property. It should be property.
Property.
T is missing. Part 7. Yeah?
Property.
It is proposed that clause 59, investigation of share accounts, etc., stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. With amendment.
The property. They want you to put the question.
All right. Part 7. Now there is an amendment for part 7. The last word, it should be property. It is proposed that part 7 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor.
Yeah, property is an English word and is a legal term for property.
Yes. The AG part. Your mic.
Central Badibu.
Yeah, I'm instead of property, is it?
They are asking.
No, I'm also coming with another thing.
Please, if I don't give you the floor, don't use your mic. Yes, Central Badibu, go ahead.
I know they are talking of nomenclature, property or what, but I'm suggesting why not we say properties instead of property. Yeah, but we have to pluralize it.
Proper, I don't think it is a word.
You say dealings. Dealings.
No, it should be property. P-R-O-P-R-Y. No, that's not a word. Which dictionary?
No, but
Can I see the dictionary?
Ah.
Property.
Properties. It's property. Look at it's telling you property. Your own definition is telling you it's property, not property. It says whether you mean property, and they are telling you properties means unless otherwise specifically limited. It's property, not property. Yes. No, property is not a word. It is proposed that part 7, investigations relating to financial dealings and property, stands part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. 59, investigation of share accounts, etc. It is proposed that clause 59, investigation.
On fines.
Huh?
Fine.
He said 59.5. He's
Yeah,
proposing an
I think
amendment.
AG this time will maintain our fine, that is, the fine not exceeding 1 million or imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or to both. 59, fine. Where are the fine? If you read where you'll come across fine. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, instead of that, we are proposing fine not exceeding 1 million or imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or to both.
He's proposing to delete $50,000 for imprisonment, and his proposal is to say a fine of not exceeding 1 million and imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or both. Is that okay? Upper Salum?
Thank you.
Oh, Lower Salum. Lower Salum, yes. Attorney General, do you have any?
I tend to concur with what is in the text, except if we want to lock it, because raising the possible punishment for this offense to $1 million is giving the judge a wide discretion. For this. I'm looking at proportionality here.
Yeah.
It's similar to what we discussed earlier. The difference here is this one is willful failure or refusal to disclose information. But if you punish somebody for that for a 1-year imprisonment, I think that's proportionate. Because like I said, it is your conduct of refusal to disclose information or produce document. We are punishing you for that. But there is always a fallback position for the commission. They can search, they can seize, they can enter, they can do a lot of things. They can break and enter as well. So they have other fallback positions in their investigation. So your willful conduct of non-cooperation is what we are going to punish you for. But we have vested so much other powers in the commission to still continue to do their job, even with your refusal to cooperate. But we will still punish you for refusing to cooperate with 1-year imprisonment. I think that is proportionate.
It is proposed that clause 59 stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 60, chairperson's power to obtain information.
Clause 60.
Here we are proposing for the word chairperson to be replaced with the word commission. Instead of chairperson's power, it will read as the commission's power to obtain information. Chair, are you with us?
No, please.
We are proposing amendment for 60, the heading. The chairperson's power to obtain information, the chairperson to be replaced with the word the commission. The commission's power.
Yes.
I agree. I think the committee is of the view, and rightly so, that the authority be vested in the institution instead of the individual head in the institution, just because we are all human. Yeah, if the chairman want to do that, he can convene a quick meeting of the commission and they take a decision. So let the power be vested in the commission instead of an individual in the commission. I agree, I have no problem with it.
Thank you. Latikunda?
I think last time I raised this here, what is the role of the minister here? I raised this here last time. Because I think we finalize, but if the minister keeps explaining to us, I think at one point he's trying to convince us to accept this. You know? No. You respect. That's what I'm talking. We talk about
Order. Fonyi Bintang, please, order. Order. Fonyi Bintang.
Chair, thank you. I am in line with member for Latikunda. The minister cannot deviate us from the course. Thank you.
Honorable members, then it's as good as the minister not joining us.
Okay.
The standing order 25. Check your standing orders, yeah? Standing order 25, I think. I'm not sure. Standing order 25. Attendance of the vice president and ministers. I remember I made several rulings. There was a ruling that I made when I invited one of them to, and some members raised the issue, and I told them they're out of order. Go to standing order 25. The vice president, minister, and members of parliament presenting bill also. Yes, and besides, he is the owner of the bill. So he is here because to guide us. Where we feel we need further explanation or clarity, he will come in and elucidate more on that. And it will help us to make an informed decision, either for or against his proposals or his. So it's in order. Latikunda and Fonyi Bintang, you are out of order. Upper Salum, Lower Salum.
Honorable Chair, in fact, these two members, they are just coming in. The minister to guide us through, because we are not legal persons, you understand? This is a norm and that is happening. You understand? Them to advise us, because they are, how to call it, the legal experts. You understand? It's his bill also. You understand? So they are just coming in. They are lost. Maybe they take lunch and the lunch is talking now.
It is proposed that
Chair, I have an observation. I need a very cool
You know,
Chair.
Yeah, please don't use your mic, sir.
Please, let me.
All right, let me finish first, sir. You know, there was proposal to change the chairpersons to commission. The intention is not to give powers to individuals, but to the institution. And when you look at the rest of the clause and its sub-clauses, there are a lot of chairperson. So we remove, so it will apply to all of them. Wherever it's chairperson to be changed to commission. Yes.
This clause. Again, wherever you need it again, it has to come up.
What he is saying, there are some clauses that we passed, and then it is some of them. He said we may have where the chairperson, and we omitted them by. If you want us to move a motion, yeah, please, AG.
There are situations where chairman is good because maybe we intend to give him responsibility. So we cannot make a general motion to change all chairpersons to commission. But in this clause, since the heading have changed, that means you intend that in this clause, wherever chairman appears, it should be commissioned. So for this clause, Yes.
No, yes, yes, that's fine. That's fine. What he was saying, in the event that also for one reason or the other, that's what he is saying.
Because we went clause by clause. Over here, we are okay with that.
Yeah, please, go ahead. Phone your councillor.
Clause 60, the commission, sorry, chairperson has been changed to commission. So I believe also we could also scratch out, omit he or she. I don't know whether it's done.
Yeah, and the if as well.
And the if as well.
He's also because of the chairperson, that's why you have he or she. So he's proposing he or she also be deleted, be changed to the commission.
Including if he or she, yeah?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It is proposed that clause 60 as amended, that's the chairperson power to obtain information as amended, and all orders in the stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 61, seizure of movable property in bank.
What am I, 61? Okay. Clause 61, seizure of movable property in bank. Movable property in bank or movable properties in banks. Because one might have monies in different banks, or I don't know. No issue. It is proposed that clause 61, seizure of movable property in bank, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please. Willie is? Use your mic, sir.
In the first 81-1, where you have where the chairperson is satisfied, do we maintain the chairperson or we maintain
81.
the commission? I did not. I said 61. You say 81. Where were I? No, I did not say that.
You said 81.
(61:1). Do we maintain chair or we turn it into a commission?
You know, he is proposing, instead of where the chairperson is satisfied, it looks like most of eligible, I think we might have made some errors. Don't use your mic. I don't in general. You see, in this clause, 61, we almost passed this one, and then the member for Woodley is realized there was this chairperson in one. And we wanted to pass. One of them also realized you have chairperson and he or she in most of the clause. So I think it will only be prudent if we can move a motion where not, because sometimes you will have chairperson and it's in order. But where the chairperson and it's not in order, when they are tidying up,
we are making good progress. I see what Woolley is saying here as well, and it looks good. The decision upon receipt of the information. Here it is saying if a member of staff of the commission or an officer of the commission provides information to the chairperson that any movable property, including any monetary instrument or any erection thereto, which is subject matter of any investigation under this act, or evidence in relation to the commission, such offense is in the possession, custody, or control of a bank, financial institution, then he or she, means the chair again, may, notwithstanding any other law to the contrary, by order, direct that the bank or financial institution not to part with, deal in, or otherwise dispose of such property or any part thereof until order is revoked or varied. Now, this is vesting order-making power on the chairperson of the commission in a situation where an officer of the commission comes to inform him or report to him about these two situations existing in the bank. We're saying the chairman, if we leave it at leave, the authority is vested with the authority to authorize the bank not to dispose of that property. So the question is, as we have been going, we leave that discretion with the chairman, or we will require the chairman, upon receiving such a report, to bring it to the commission for deliberation and decision. Which one?
Yeah,
Sometimes for expediency here, because if there is a suspicion that the property might be moved, sometimes swift action is needed. Like if I have money in an account, and right now I'm in the banking hall, I'm attempting to withdraw the money, and the chairman, an officer just notified chairman that, well, we saw Mr. X at the bank, he's trying to transfer his funds. Do we have to let the chairman call a commission meeting?
Yes, he
to
should call.
deliberate that before he can authorize the bank? No, stop, don't release the money.
He should call for a meeting.
If he can do a quick letter there and then, even by email or whatever, to instruct the bank not to move the money, I think in this situation, a swift action is needed. So leaving the chairman with the discretion to do that, I don't think is bad.
I think the chairman should call for a meeting. Member for Central Badibu.
Honorable, I think the proposal made by Honorable Mbo cannot stand. And I have been seeing you repeating about his motion. His motion cannot...
You are not talking about that motion.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Now,
here.
no. Remember, the proposal, that one is not, we are not even considering it. The proposal from Suwaibu, sorry, the member for Wuli is here. You know, as AG said, the chairperson is vested with the authority, as he explained.
Okay.
Or with the commission. Because if you vest all these powers with only one person, somebody can just come, a commission member, inform the chairman, either by phone call or by email or text message. The chairman could order the bank to stop. These are powers that are not...
What I'm saying is, we live as it is. Because you cannot just have a chairperson, you want to take all the responsibilities. And if you give it to the commission, when shall you expect the commission to meet? You have to look at the timing also. And these are matters, sometimes as alluded by the minister, they need swift actions. So I believe we live as it is.
Now it is for the honorable members. Member for Central, Jara Central.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm also going by leaving it as it is for swift action to be able to be taken.
Chairman.
I think we have to be very careful. This is a very important commission. To empower one person and to an extent of leaving the commission to be somehow redundant, one should be very careful. Let's look at the text. If at all we have problem with any clause, we have this he or she, and that is not applicable to a commission, we fine-tune it. But to say what should be the power of the commission, you leave that to the chairperson, that is dangerous.
Honorable Chair.
Opanyomi.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, this is about giving an excessive power to an individual. It's about taking a swift action on something which is so urgent. So for me, I am with the idea of we leave it as it is. Thank you.
We'll go to Opasalum, then to AG.
Yes, I think now, because of the tenure of office, the commissioners actually are full-time officers. So yeah, they are full-time officers. So I think that should be fine. Yeah. They are full-time officers. All the commissioners, yeah, they are full-time. Exactly. So there is no need to give it to. So I think vested in the commission, yeah.
Central Badibu.
It is minority leader is saying giving one person the power. I'm saying if we read one, it's saying where the chairperson is satisfied on the information given to him or her by an officer of the commission.
On your same position.
No, what I'm saying is not alone.
No.
Yeah.
Kiang West. Central Bank. What is the Central Bank? I wrote Central Bank. Jara Central or what? Kiang West?
Yes. Let's vote on it and continue.
Yeah, Mbadi. Okay, giving it to the chairperson for swift action might not be a problem, but what of if that information was given for the chairperson to take a swift action. But he fails to do that. He fails to do that. What happened?
Mr. Chair, you don't need swift action. Every day they will all be in office.
No, Chair, that's what he's telling us. It's not ideal, it's not even good to leave it with the chairperson. That's what he is saying. Only is
No, you didn't get me, Mr. Chair. Chair, that was not my argument.
because what you are saying.
No, if you
now
give me the
that-
floor, you need to hear me out.
Hear out. Willie, please switch off your your mic. Switch off your mic, Willie.
Yes.
We allow young West.
Order. They say Willie is all of you are talking.
No, I said